What we're looking at here is a single-story home with a planter in front of it, concrete-based planter that would absorb water, whether it would be built out of concrete or blocks, cement blocks. One of the biggest problems you're going to run into with this is the fact that the concrete-based products or cement-based products, mortar-based products absorb water and can retain water for long periods of time. And what usually happens is you end up watering the planter, right? That's the reason why you built it in the first place. And then the water in the soil will get pulled into the block, and this happens a lot. And then this water that is sucked into the blocks will absorb into the exterior of your building, whether it is a mortar-based product, again, like stucco, or wood siding. And you're probably not going to have this problem with cement fiberboard, but again, you're going to end up with problems. If you have a cement-based product, cement fiberboard siding absorbs water. It's not waterproof. So if you have it next to another cement-based product that is going to absorb water, then the water will simply transfer from the soil to the block planter to the cement fiberboard. And now you're probably thinking, well, wait, what if I paint it? Okay, that's fine as long as the paint it does not have any minute holes in it where water can absorb into it. And again, so the simple solution to something like this is going to be to separate it, move it away from the building. I'm going to show you a picture of that here in a second. But by now you should have a pretty good idea. You build a block planter or a block wall planter or a mortar-based planter. You fill it with dirt. It's going to get wet. Now you're probably thinking, well, wait a minute. What if I don't build an enclosure all the way here? What if I don't fill it with dirt? Well, that's fine. If you don't fill it with soil, you're still going to have something that can absorb moisture. And if you think about it, and I don't know, I hope I'm explaining this right, but if you have something against the wall, if I just nailed a piece of plywood onto a wall at the lower area here, and I lived in an area where it was moist, the board is going to absorb water and it's going to reduce the possibility of the siding or the stucco drying out. It's not going to. So if I just have the stucco there without anything in front of it, then it's going to probably work as it's designed to. It's going to dry out faster. If you put something in front of it, even if you don't fill this with dirt, and of course concrete again is the worst. Concrete absorbs water, and once it absorbs water, it's going to transfer into the exterior covering, siding or stucco. In this illustration, the planter is actually pulled away from the wall. You can see it's a 12-foot long planter, 3-foot wide to scale, and it's about 3 inches away from the wall. Yeah, I will leave it up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with. But the reason why it needs to be pulled away from the wall is so that you can clean the area behind the planter. So if you're going to build a long pole, get some 1.5 inch ABS maybe, and create some type of a pole system where you can, go from the side of the planter, each side maybe. You got a 12-foot long planter, you build a 7-foot pole, you can shove it in from this side, you can shove it in from this side. That's fine. If you could even use a stick, you could use a stick to push the debris from each side, but you're not going to be able to do that if the planter is 30 foot long. That's going to be a little more difficult. I'm not suggesting you can't do it. Let's face it, we're thinkers. We can come up with some type of an idea to clean this out. So I would recommend a space you're comfortable with. If you put it just an inch away from the wall, you're probably going to have a difficult time cleaning it. You're probably thinking, hey, wait a minute, I can get a stick back there and clean it. Just pull it all, push the stick down behind the planter and push all the debris out to the side. That's fine. That's great if it works and the debris is not large. You get some branches behind there and they're going to get stuck. It's not going to be the best idea. I would recommend providing yourself with enough room if you can. Just make the planter a little smaller. If you're going to make one 2 foot wide, move it away 3 inches and make it 3 inches shorter if that's the case. Use some thinner materials if you can. Concrete, I believe they have 4-inch block concrete also. 4, 6 inch, and 8 inch, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Now, another problem you're going to have, I can see here, is the plants you put in the planter. If you want a hedge to go around the entire building, or you want a hedge to go in between the windows, and the planter is just going to go from window to window, you're still going to be able to clean it from the side, I would imagine. But if you have a bush, a hedge that is solid and it's 5 foot tall or it's 3 foot tall, you're going to have a difficult time putting something behind it because the planter, the bushes are going to be in your way. You would have to go from side to side. So put a little thought into this before you do it. Again, I can't stress this enough. Probably one of the main reasons why I make my videos is just to eliminate materials that end up going to the dump that should have never had to have went there in the first place. The money that you save by doing it right the first time or trying to figure everything out that you possibly can. And I do realize that there's a lot of people who watch these videos after the fact. But if that's the case, send the videos to someone you know, put them on your websites, do whatever you can with them to warn everybody about the potential problems you could run into if you put your planters up against the walls. And again, watch more of these videos. I'm trying to really teach people on how to do a little planning before you actually start building the project. That really is the key here. Is the key to a lot of my videos. Do some planning, watch a few videos, YouTube's full of it, search some websites, get some books, and go through the information. Find something that makes sense and then give that a shot. Anybody who just goes in there and builds something, hey, I seen my Uncle Frank do it, I'm going to go in there and do it. I don't think I have, I'm going to be fine. My Uncle Frank lives in Virginia. I live in sunny Southern California. 2 different scenarios. You could build the same thing in 2 different climates and end up with 2 different problems. So anyway, that's it for the video. Don't forget to hit the old thumbs up button if you like it.